last session, your party was making its way up through the coastline, through Birch Bay, and on your way to Broken Bridge. You have multiple companions in tow at the moment, and we're stopping by a wrecked skyship when you discovered a survivor. You saved them, and were able to meet a friendly vampire from far to the south on a trading mission to Broken Bridge. You were able to get them a ring to walk in the daylight, and were able to secure some of the cargo, but not before being encountered by a group of bandits that had shot it down in attempts to destroy Broken Bridge's supply lines. During this encounter, the bandits shot Grim, your white raven-feathered friend, who exploded in a plume of feathers across you. In rage, Ripley seemingly harnessed unknown power of Hadar and both helped and hindered your party during the encounter. You were all able to be victorious, however, and have now made it through the combat with a spare horse, some extra money and gear, and another companion. As the vampire spawn has decided to join you to Broken Bridge. So, Caro and Sasha and Board, as well as the rest of you, you are all traveling close into the evening as you've made it to the great river. The Crimson River flows underneath your feet as you cross a massive bridge spanning this fast-flowing river as it makes its meanders out of a vast lake. There, in the center of the lake, you see a city, shining bright as the oncoming darkness of night begins to take over. You can see towers and castles, large open swaths of farmland, and two massive bridges, miles long, that span either side, protecting this powerful city. So, as night arrives, you finish crossing your bridge and must set up camp for the evening, unless you wish to try and travel for the full day. But you are following the road-wise, still full day's travel away from the city.
Can I use the Sending Stone to tell Colte? Is that his name?
Yeah, it's Colte.
I remembered that. It's always a feat. To tell Colte that we're a day out.
Yeah, you send the sending message saying that you're just one day out. A few moments pass. Minute passes, but eventually a response is given to you. Wonderful. I await your arrival. When you reach the bridge, answer the questions and walk. Do not run. Walk.
I'll turn to the group and say, "Oh, by the way, when we get to the bridge, apparently we're going to have to ask some questions, and under no circumstances are any of us to run." We all must walk.
All right.
But other than that, I don't have any preferences on whether we continue or stop. I mean, stopping would be nice, but, you know. Should
I
we
guess
be
we
holding flying companions, or do they also need to walk? You know, I don't quite rightly know. I would imagine it's probably best for them to walk on their own feet. Maybe.
I guess we can start making our way across.
You don't want to sleep at all?
Oh, yeah,
Like, we've
Do I-
been traveling, we've been doing all day stuff, so we would essentially just be, like, taking a point of exhaustion and going for another, like, 12 hours.
Yeah. You're still like roughly 24 miles away.
Man,
Yeah.
just casual exhaustion.
Just
Yeah.
it's little
Let's
nothing.
just keep going.
It's like, who hasn't pulled an all-nighter before?
And I'm also feeling the fight a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly, I think I use most of the keywords though. But oh yeah, I forgot I didn't get touched. But yeah, we can dress.
Okay. Yeah. So you cross the bridge. You find a nice, kind of secluded spot near the Crimson River as it begins to flow out. The sound of the water. It gives you good background noise as you set up camp, your tents, maybe a fire, as the winter weather is. Someone roll me a d20. Sorry, d100, please. D100. Yep. 93. Yeah, the winter weather kind of begins to further clear. If I remember correctly, it was not bad last time. It's been fairly minimal these past bits of your journey. At the moment, it's just some clouds that begin to part and reveal the night sky once more. You can see bright glowing stars up ahead, faintly twinkling their kind of golden light. You can see the beginning of the waxing of the moon as it has just recently become the new moon and is now building itself up again, slowly but surely. You all settle down for the evening. Anyone taking a watch?
Yeah, we're outside.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to take first watch?
I'll do
Oh,
first.
Okay.
I guess I'll do third.
Okay.
Bonnie wants to know if she can share a watch with Ripley.
Absolutely.
Like, no,
Ripley
go to
says
sleep.
No. Yeah. The exact joke I was gonna make.
Great minds think alike.
Truly. It's a good joke.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. So we head off to first watch. Please roll me a perception check, please.
I'm not currently at my computer. Would you be able to roll that, please? Or actually, I'll just use my amulet, so it's a 17.
A 17.
I haven't used that yet today.
Fair enough. Okay. Bonnie, do you want to roll a d20 as well for your perception check? Um. Sure. Yeah, Clay will help you out with this. $16 and a 17. Nice, nice. Yeah, the two of you begin to settle in for your watch. The night air is crisp, cool, but there's very little wind, and it's actually one of those good nights. The sound of the fast-flowing water nearby is able to kind of calm you and settle you. Bundled up within your sleeping bags and your blankets, you're fairly certain that all of your sleeping companions are getting probably the best sleep they've had in a little bit. Out under the stars. But it doesn't seem like there's anything too dangerous nearby. You just hear sleeping now noises. Is there anything you two wish to do during your watch? Any conversations?
I'm probably going to attune to my new item if I can.
Okay, which item was this again?
The one that I made.
Ah, okay. Yep. Let me see here. Do you have a name for it yet?
Yes, it is. I think it's in my inventory. But it's pronounced Divanaloth's Web.
Ah, I see. Nice. Yep. You begin to attune to that. Very easy to do. As you're attuning to the item, Bonnie speaks up quietly after sending. You have a bat as well. Oh goodness! As you send your bat to go continue watch. I forgot you had that. That's what it was. There's so many creatures. Bonnie asks Ripley how they're doing.
Oh, I guess as good as can be expected. It's not great, if I'm being honest, but I'll be alright, I think.
You want to talk about anything?
I mean, do I want to? No. Should I? Probably, I guess. Don't really know where to start. I think I might need more time to process, honestly, before I'm ready to even start figuring it out.
You do have the feather, by the way.
Yeah. And as I am like kind of weaving the item I made over my horn, I will also kind of tuck the feather into that.
Okay. For good luck.
Something like that.
For luck. Gotcha. Yeah, you took the feather in as you continue your attunement through your watch. Nothing too much seems to happen or occur. Um, but near the end of your watch, Ripley, as you finish your attunement and you begin to kind of feel a little bit of pride that something you crafted and built has turned out so well and looks so good. You smile to yourself, and then you feel a heavy singular thump of your heart. And suddenly your mouth is dry, and you slightly start to shake. There's another singular within your heart, and your eyes are drawn upwards. You're peeking behind some of the light clouds that currently dot the night sky, surrounded but dim. Between all of the other stars, you see a singular scarlet red light. It flashes slightly, and you feel another thump in your heart, and that mind creeping at the back of your own. They're sleeping. You could do it right now. Bonnie would be easy. You're a hunter. A viper.
No, that's not me.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
It's still not at my computer, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Oh, as soon as you're rolling down,
Whoops.
Oh no. We're gonna have to kill Ripley.
Oh well. You had a good run, I guess.
You fight back that mind, that other mentality that dwells in the back of your own. And it relinquishes and fades. But now that you can see the ebb and hunger up in the night sky, you feel uncomfortable. And you do get your full rest, but he's there, always in the sky. Hadar is a star. Next watch.
Pick up my hands and say, what's going on?
Whoopsies.
Alright. Nice little perception. Ooh, 12.
Okay.
Good roll. Good roll.
Okay. You do not notice much during the course of your watch. The weather remains light and fair, a little chilly. Um, when you're not bundled up and tucked beneath your blankets and stuff. But for the most part, as in a lone watch, aside from Clay, it is calm and peaceful. Do you wish to do anything during your watch? Any tasks you wish to complete? Okay. So yeah, it would just be you, Gil.
Okay. It's fine.
Also, I'd say, because he doesn't really need to sleep at the moment, that currently with your watch is Sacha.
Okay.
Just need to roll for him. Sweet. Yeah. He also doesn't seem to notice anything untoward. Nothing seems to occur during his watch either.
Alright, cool.
Third and final watch.
Yes. Allow me to read. It's 25.
25. Okay. Over the course of your watch, most of the other individuals are sleeping. Sacha's awake, but mostly in his own world, not fully paying attention for this time of the night. You take many moments looking around at the various sleeping individuals of your party. Caro is fast asleep, as is your entire troop. During your watch, you also note the red star that stands watch over all of you in the night as well. Every so often, during its nightly vigil, you can see Caro almost seems to shudder in certain moments and seems to be not having the greatest night's sleep.
Interesting. Is there any correlation to what the star's doing? I don't think so. but
It's just the red star of Hadar.
fair enough. I'll assume it's connected then. It builds character.
Bill's character, okay.
It does.
Mm-hmm. As you continue your watch, there are a few things that very late into it you begin to hear. A very distant sound is brought over by the wind of sounds like armor. As you begin to hear what sounds like individuals rising in the early morning hours, putting on weapons and gear far earlier than all of you. But it sounds like that nearby you are not alone, and that there is a fairly sizable armed presence. Additionally, over the course of the night, at first you didn't really clock it until fairly late, but there are small little beady eyes that begin to reflect the dying firelight back towards you, up in the trees. As your party begins to awake, there's currently about 15 ravens that have gathered in the trees surrounding your party. And that would be your watch. The sun begins to
Yeah.
shine and rise as your party members awaken. As you know, some of them are getting ready, rolling up their bedrolls and other such items. You watch as two more ravens join the fray.
As soon as everybody is awake, I will tell them.
Hey, I think I heard people putting on armor a ways away from us.
How far do you suppose?
I don't know. Could I make like a survival check to see how far I would eyeball it?
Make a survival check.
Earball it, I
Yeah,
suppose.
earball it.
Earball it. Hey, you gotta earball it.
Wow,
20.
you're really good at earballing. Um,
I am. If there's one thing I can do, it's earball.
yeah. It was caught only with a strong wind. It seemed to have been caught somewhere to the from the east, maybe a mile or so away.
I'd say about a mile.
Well, you have quite the hearing.
Thank you.
Do you know the direction?
Coming from the east.
If I scan out into the east, do I see anything or anything
Um,
stands out?
If you so where you all rested was kind of closer to the riverbank, away from the hills and sight lines of the surrounding area. You kind of climb up out of the bank and go up one of these smaller hills to get a better view. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
23.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of get to this higher elevation and begin looking out, you can't hear them as the wind is shifted ever so slightly, but you can definitively see a large grouping of individuals. You count maybe 200 or so armored figures, judging by the amount of tents and the amount of dwindling smokes as they are currently in the midst of preparing themselves and readying a breakfast, it seems. It seems there's a decent force out here in the wilderness between your destination and you. They are off the path, similar to how you all are, But they're close enough to it.
Are they close enough to interfere with us being able to get on the bridge?
If they spot you, they could. You are pretty certain you see tied up horses. They could definitely outrun your troop for sure if they were to spot you.
Gil will start making his way back down the bank. Well, it seems there's quite a mass of forces to the east of us.
Right.
If I had to assume, I would figure it's the Empire. Is the Empire of Glass?
You see, Empire of Glass, and you see
Oh,
elements
okay.
of sigils of what looks to be their sigils.
It's just because like there's another thing that I've seen it out, and they had something called the City of Glass, so my mind always jumps to that, so I always have to get it straight.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I always have to ask to make sure.
Yeah, it's the Empire of Glass.
The Empire of Glass. So we are in quite a predicament. They do have horses, so their horses will easily be able to gain on us. And we're
Good
not
lord.
supposed to run across the bridge, correct?
Yeah, we can't run.
Oh,
Could we, like, go around the path and get to the bridge without them seeing us, or are they on the bridge?
they're not on the bridge.
Yeah, you're still full
But
days
they-
travel from the bridge, following the road.
Okay, good.
There is a section of cross country through some like rocky hills on the edge of the lake that you could try to get through.
Yeah, we could try to go cross country. You know, like we did when we were fleeing, what was Bitterwood?
Indeed. I don't think we have much choice. If they spot us, they will be able to chase us down.
Well-
Bonnie asked if, are we asking questions or are we answering questions on the bridge?
Oh, we're answering questions. So someone's gonna ask us questions, and then we gotta give them an answer, and then we have to walk. I don't know what the questions are. Colte did not specify.
Riddlesforkids.com.
Right. What a call out.
I need riddles for 12-year-old kids. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to solve them. It's going to take us 2 hours.
No, we're because we're gonna overthink them because we think you're giving us riddles for like PhD graduates.
Exactly.
Fair. But yeah, you can definitely... Ravenclaw dorms, no! You can definitely cross country your way to Broken Bridge.
Yeah. I don't think we have too many other options. Unless anybody has anything that can hit us undetected.
Do not believe you all are that high of a level yet.
No, just level 5. I mean, level 5 has some options, but I don't have any of those options.
Oh,
Yeah.
also, just so I say it out loud, I would like to, as I complete this long rest, switch my class feature, Unpredictable Inspiration, to move my proficiency from Medicine into Deception.
Ooh.
Very good. You are now better at lying. Welcome back, Seer.
Yes. Yeah. I figure, we gotta answer questions. I might need to lie.
Smart. Okay. So, you all pack up your gear as fast as possible and begin to head out. I'm hearing no objections. Okay. Yeah. So you all begin to head cross country. You cross the road and begin heading along the river's edge to meet with the lake and eventually find your way to the bridge itself. So, just generally, someone roll me a stealth check or survival check, actually. Survival is probably better.
I can make a survival check.
Oh
Does
boy.
anyone want to help me?
I will assist.
I will help. I have proficiency in survival.
I just imagine these two people on either side of me, like, scanning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
it's
Damn.
28. Also known as a nat 20 for me, because I only have a +8.
Nice.
Only a +8.
Sorry. I realized how that sounded when it came out of my mouth, but it was too late.
One second.
The river is like the woods.
How
The
so?
river is like woods.
How so? Explain.
Things live in it. It can be
Things
hard
live
to
in
walk
it.
through.
Mhm.
They are both on the planet. That's 3 similarities right there.
Sometimes they are both green.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
4 similarities.
There are deer in both.
Cannot argue with that logic.
There are bodies stored in both.
Yes. There's dirt in both.
Fair.
Very similar. Very similar rivers and forests.
Very sure. Yeah, so you all begin to follow the river, heading along the edges of large hills. There is many ice-covered trees that help give you cover and block a decent amount of the line of sight. Upon walking the edges of the lake, you are able to be closer than ever to Broken Bridge. In the far distance, you can see ships, fishing vessels, trade vessels, all currently sailing this massive inland lake. It itself is fairly calm. The city, it seems to be acting as almost like a buffer for the vast amount of winds that would probably be hitting this region otherwise. And so the lake water is only choppy, it seems, right in the center, between the island and the coastline, so you would say. But as you continue on, the distant sights and sounds and smells of whatever that encampment was of the Empire Glass fades away, as you are able to make a good time with your journey. I will say, anyone with a passive perception of over 14 is able to notice you are being followed, but not by human means. That pack of ravens that was watching you over the course of the night has tripled. There is about 39 ravens currently slowly following you. They give you a space of about 100 feet, but every so often you turn around and just see a vast amount of ravens flying after you.
Does anyone speak Raven?
I could prepare to speak with animals.
Are they mad at us?
Their homeboy died.
Yeah.
Um,
I
I
would probably be pleased if we fed them. He took care
Yeah.
of them.
I'm gonna take out some rations. Actually, wait, do I still have pocket bacon? Let me check.
Pocket bacon.
I don't have any pocket bacon, but I'll take out some of my like dried meat rations. I'll dip them in my jar of bacon grease and
Ooh.
toss them out for them.
Yeah, you do that, and there is immediately you become like that one lady in Home Alone 2, just surrounded by pigeons, except it's ravens, so even better. And there is just so many ravens that flutter towards you and begin to peck at the rations soaked in bacon grease.
I'll toss out a couple good berries as well.
Okay.
Is there enough rations and good berries for them?
How many rations do you do, Ripley?
I will do. I'm just doing like the dried meat portions because I don't think they'd really care about the rest of it all that much.
The cheeses and the breads.
Yeah, that's not as good for them, sustenance wise. So I'll do
Yeah.
like 3 rations worth of dried meat.
Okay. Yep. That should be enough. They're a little wild, but between all of it, there's a lot of meat to go around. One of them you watch as he pecks up a little bit of the dried meats, goes and hops along, hops up to Ripley, and you can see he underneath his wing pulls out a small little gold piece and puts it on the ground for you.
And Ripley he tries really, really hard not to cry as he picks it up.
Mm-hmm. He nods his head towards you and flies back to the other ravens, who gather themselves and actually take off. They all begin to, having feasted on your morsels and meals, they fly away. You pick up the gold coin. It's warm to the touch, and you kind of look at it, and almost adjust through your passive perception. There's something different about it.
Is it like, does it have a different country's emblem on it or something?
It does.
What country?
Yeah, you kind of
Or
flip it.
continent?
You can see on one side, looks to be embezzled in gold is a almost like horned-headed individual, and you flip it over, and there's a raven figurine, like a raven carving on the other side.
Interesting. Okay. I'll put that in my pocket.
Okay.
I think you adopted dozens to hundreds of raven
I'm
children.
okay with that. It's just more beloved creatures for me to lose dramatically.
Every session, a
Okay.
raven dies.
Yup.
That would suck. The raven tax.
Not the Raven.
We love a raven tax. Little capitalists.
We'll have
Yeah.
to start collecting their feathers and make you a cloak.
You put your raven token away in your pocket and continue forward. You put it right next to your raven figurine.
Indeed. My pocket is full of raven paraphernalia.
Yup. You're just a fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's the raven fandom.
You were the raven's idol.
But yeah. Sacha just watches that all with like a slightly confused look. Karo, just looks at you, and tries to gauge your reaction. Ace.
Ace is pleased. This pleases her.
Okay. Your doll says to your own mind, friends.
Ace will nod, apropos of nothing other than that.
Mm-hmm. So you all continue forward, and are actually, with the high roll, are able to make very, very good time. This massive 6-mile long bridge stretches across the lake before you. Upon getting closer and closer, you begin to realize that it is almost... It is strange and ancient. It's made of this solid old gray stone. You can see about... Let me double check my measurements here. I literally just lost count. Cool. Almost every 2,000 feet on the bridge, there is a section of statues that rises up and sit across from another set of statues. They face each other every 2,000 feet across all 6 miles of the bridge. Additionally, you are able to note that, strangely, while there are crackling pillars that seem to descend down towards the water, most of them seem broken and in disrepair. Also, even the ones that don't look broken, you're fairly certain they don't even touch the water. So, partially, you don't know how this bridge even stands. It is clearly greatly magical in nature. But you do eventually reach the head of the bridge.
I love bridges.
Mm-hmm. So, as you approach the head of the bridge, you can see there is currently 2 statues that face outward. Both of them seem to be ancient wizards wearing flowing robes. Each has a staff, one in their left hand, one in their right hand, as they have the staff facing towards the bridge. And their other hands, they have their hands upraised in a book. And they stare forward unendingly.
Oh, can you say that one more time?
There's 2 wizard statues at the end of the bridge. Their staves face towards each other, so one's in the right hand, one's in the left hand, over the bridge. In their other hands, they have an outstretched hand with a book in it, as they face forward.
I think they're gonna ask us questions.
Are they? So are the statues facing towards each other, or
They are
facing
facing
towards?
us, towards you.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Towards us. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. Cool.
Okay. There is also, as you are have just arrived here, you do note that anyone with a passive perception of 15 or higher begins to slightly feel trembling within the dirt and earth around you. Do any of you walk up to step onto the bridge?
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
And we came this far.
Earthquakes never
let's
killed me,
go.
right?
And I walk. I do not run.
You begin to walk up to the head of the bridge. Upon your foot hitting the solid old gray stone, you hear a as one of the statues turns and faces its head towards you. Have you been invited to the city? State your patron.
Yes. Colte?
There is a moment of silence. Kolte Zoltach, teacher of religious history within the Requiem Institute. Is that correct?
Yes.
The head faces away from you. The other statue turns its head now towards you. Truly, no one is outstanding without me, nor fortunate. I embrace all those whose hearts ask for me. He who goes without me goes about in the company of death, and he who bears me will remain lucky forever. But I stand lower than earth and higher than heaven.
Can I get that written out?
Yeah, can we get that in writing? Can I get the origin of the word?
Excuse me, sir. Can you print that real quick?
I needed subtitles for that.
Truly, no one is outstanding without me or worship. I embrace all those whose hearts ask for me. He who goes without me goes about in the company of death, and he who bears me will remain lucky forever. But I stand lower than earth and higher than
Not for the last line, I would say dirt. Dirt's
This
pretty.
is definitely a riddle for 13-year-olds, not 12-year-olds.
Truly, no one is outstanding without me nor worship. I embrace all those whose hearts ask for me. He who goes without me goes about in the company of death, and he who bears mean Wolverine, Lucky, or whatever.
I mean,
Hope?
gravity also, but that doesn't fit.
Is it
into
like
Lucky
metaphorical?
Forever.
Make
Yeah, what am I
a
thinking, maybe?
make an intelligence check.
Us or our characters?
Your characters, of course.
Okay.
Good, because Ripley's way fucking smarter than I am. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, any of
This
you.
It's
is
not
about
the
as
GM
smart
roll,
as
but I got
I
a
am.
24.
GM rolls.
What kind of roll?
Intelligence. Um,
Oh shit, 19.
19, 18, a 24.
Yeah,
Okay.
that checks out.
Alright.
All of you begin to discuss. And between 5 of you, aside from Ajal, you're able to at least come up with 4 possibilities. So I'll make this a multiple choice. Wisdom?
Incredibly, you have a 25% chance.
Wisdom, happiness, patience, or humility.
Wisdom, happiness, patience, or humility. Wisdom, happiness, patience.
I think humility, maybe.
I stand lower than earth and higher than earth. Happiness.
Don't think it's wisdom or happiness. Because wisdom is not embraced by all those who start to ask for it.
Sometimes you're just stupid, you know? And that's
Yeah,
okay.
and like you have to work to be wise.
Yeah, Hearts makes me think humility.
Yeah, and so does lower than earth.
Mhm.
But in the company of death,
I mean, if you're not humble and you're always like going out and doing shit because you think you're the best and the greatest, you're probably gonna die.
God, I feel like we're gonna die now.
We could. This statue might eat us.
You do have to live to gain wisdom.
He who goes without me goes about in the company of death. Patience or humility?
That is the question.
But I stand lower than earth.
And higher than heaven. Which really makes me think humility.
Yeah. Because humility is like a twofold thing, you know. You're supposed to feel lower so you understand that you can be higher in a sense. It's
Do you wish
Yeah.
to wager a guess?
I would say humility.
We're pushing the button. Humility?
yeah, humility.
Humility
I go
question
for-
mark?
Humility. You answer the riddle posed to you by the second statue. Its head turns away from you, outstretched once more, as the other head turns back and answers you. Our city invites all those who are humble to hide within its great halls. The outstretched staves suddenly raise up in the air and are no longer seemingly barring your path. Do you continue forward?
Yes, let us walk.
You begin to walk across the Great Bridge. As you begin to do so, that slow kind of vibration that you were hearing suddenly is seen as rounding a bend in the road and coming into view of the Great Bridge is a massive riding force of 200 individuals flying flags and banners. as they come roaring up to the bridge. You all walk, and by the time those riders get to the head of the bridge, you've reached the next set of statues. These two are pensive. They are facing each other, kneeling in prayer, it seems. You can see they have almost like this repentful look to them. One turns to you and says to you, I hope you are not spies for the Empire of Glass. If you are, we will cast you out into the lake, and you will drown there, I assure you. The head turns back to face its brethren, as the other head turns towards you. We'll see if you can enter. A vessel have I, that is round as a pear, moist in the middle, surrounded with hair, and often it happens that water flows there.
Can I have that written out, please?
Yes, you can. As this happens, and you're thinking about this, there is a sudden loud sound coming from behind you, and you turn and watch as one of the statues slammed its staff down into the bridge, and that part of the bridge explodes. You can see there are about 5 of the riders that are currently on fire on the bridge, and they immediately chuck themselves off into the water below. You do see another 5 are currently readying themselves and might try and risk the puzzle again.
Those arrogant sons.
Mm-hmm.
Sons of Aegis.
Yes.
My first thought for this was like a pond or a lake, where a hair could be like the grass and weeds around it.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking of a kiwi fruit.
You know, I did also think of a kiwi, but I don't feel like that meets the requirement of water flowing.
Are flowing, but it is very juicy.
Yeah, I did think about a kiwi.
Um,
The only hairy fruit I know of.
Right, Earth.
if any of you wish, you can make an investigation check.
Absolutely. Not that it'll be good. Damn it. I don't know any of
Is
these.
this like a religious thing?
You begin to think this one is more esoteric and definitely has a lot more answers to it than the last one. You begin to think about it, and many of you begin to actually look at the statues and see if you can gain a clue. These 2 individuals, pensive in thought and prayer, they're crying. You can see their tears up in their eyes that flow down their faces as they look towards each other.
So it's an eye.
Yeah.
You say I.
I don't think you want water flowing in your eyes, just like generally speaking.
No,
Fair.
like the water is your tears.
I guess.
Also, it's good to have water in your eyes. It flushes stuff out.
Ripley's eyes are just bloodshot.
Is that all I need?
If only that one fix could cure him of his ailments.
Truly.
Look me in the eye drops
Here,
to
I'll
get rid of
apply
the
so
dark.
many folk remedies. I'll be dripping celadine root into your eyeball.
Perfect.
You say I. Bless you, Dan. Okay, fuck you.
You die then.
Okay, if you won't get blessed, go to hell.
God damn.
Be damned, foul beast!
Be damned, foul beast.
The first statue turns its head once more and looks at you. The eye is important. It allows us to see and investigate and determine who is evil, who seeks to destroy us. What the fuck?
Go outside, dude.
Simply get better.
Do better. Fix your body.
Fix your fucking nose, bro. Oh, wild. Okay. The eye allows us to perceive evil and cast it out from our city. Continue forth, and may you perceive any disloyalty.
Love that. Just ominous.
Oh yeah. You continue forward, walking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Aces, at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
You, as you are walking, you hear more sounds of explosions rocketing the entrance to the bridge, and spot that a good contingent of the riders just charged the statues and actually succeeded. Some of them are burning and dying and jumping into the lake below, but there is currently 30 riders that are through the first puzzle. As you walk the 2,000 feet, you get to the next puzzle, all the while keeping an eye on the people behind you. As they get to the eye puzzle, see one of the statues turns to say something, and as they go and ride through it, you watch as, let me just double check, 6 of the 30 riders, suddenly their horses begin to freak, and they fall to the ground, and you watch as they stand and start coughing what looks to be blood, like watery blood, and they just start drowning on the bridge.
Cute.
However, majority of the riders are able to get through that one as well. As you reach the third set of statues, I carry a greater load dead than alive. While I lie, serving many men, if I were to stand, I should serve a few. I should serve a few, sorry. If my entrails are torn out to lie open out of doors, I bring life to all, and I give subsistence to many. A lifeless creature which bites nothing. When loaded down, I run on my way, yet never show my feet. It's a long one.
What?
The next pair of statues seems to be nobles or rich mercantile men. They seem to have rich adorned clothes and smile charismatically as they turn and say this.
They just keep going back to dirt.
What? I was thinking maybe like a tree?
I think the answer is a cow.
It says it doesn't show its feet.
Yes, because their feet are always hidden in their hooves.
No, their feet are the hooves. What?
Shut the fuck up.
No, but see, I was thinking
Well,
like
Ajal, you're not
the
allowed to answer.
vegetation.
Your answer
the
is
tree's roots are hidden.
Ajal is thinking of a hungered cow that is just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
slug beast, probably.
Has human feet.
It's
Um,
definitely a cow. But I'll let you guys fight it out.
I-
if
Hung-
you
I
don't
thought
think it's a
you're-
cow.
because,
Hungered
like,
cows
you know,
don't have
throw
feet.
stuff on it. It brings sustenance. And if you can make like a landslide if it has too much weight bearing on it.
Is it a silkworm?
I don't know how a silkworm would do it.
Does anyone wish to make a intelligence check?
Why not?
Sure.
I can try.
One of these days, the answer is gonna be dirt, and I'm gonna be incredibly smart for that.
Bonnie and Atlas. The two of you are thinking about this one, and while the beginning throws you off, or like most of you off, you're kind of hung up on the middle, because it begins to almost take shape. You get the sense that these are merchants, these are nobles, these are rich people that make money somehow. It's talking about if my entrails are torn out to lie open out of doors. It's referencing something with doors. It has no feet. It's not a creature, because it is lifeless, but it is something to do with trade.
I just need gold.
Could be something like greed, maybe.
But it carries something.
Greed carries a certain something.
Is it a leather pouch? Because it was alive and it's dead.
I feel like an alive cow could carry more than a leather pouch, though.
See, the answer is a cow.
It's not a fucking cow.
Because
It's
it's not alive. It's a
definitely
lifeless
cow.
creature which bites nothing.
When
When
loaded,
have you ever seen a cow
when loaded
that is
down,
life-
it runs on its way and never shows its
Yeah,
feet.
cart.
Cart has feet.
Like a cart? Or
Cart has
wagon.
wheels.
That's not a foot.
Wagon has wheels. You can see how it's moving though.
Well...
A lifeless creature which bites nothing. When loaded down, I run on my way.
Don't rugs have feet?
It depends on the rug, I guess.
It's a rug. That's what it is. The answer. It's a rug.
a rug made out of a cow?
Well,
Ajal, I'm gonna
See,
throw
this
you
is
in
why I
the-
guess
in the
silk.
river.
While I lie, serving many men, if I were to stand, I should serve a few.
Alright, we can figure this out. We have huge brains. We're so smart.
My
We're so
entrails
smart.
are now to lie open out of doors. Would
Silkworm,
lie-
silk, same fucking thing.
It has doors.
It has doors, or its entrails lie outside of doors.
If my entrails are torn out to lie open out of doors.
It could be a
Oh,
bank.
like stairs?
You said stairs?
that I bring life.
I
to
should
all.
judge like. This is this is
I
one of the
mean-
weirder ones.
I think bank because like the money in the bank is like what people use to do trade and get food and stuff they need to live.
But how does that work with when I lie, serving many men?
I don't know,
If
man.
I were to stand, I
Bring
just-
life to all.
How does a
I'm
bank?
bad at riddles.
How does a
So
bank?
sustenance is like
How does a bank
implying it-
move? How does a bank move?
All right. Don't bring logic into this riddle, okay?
When loaded down, I run on my way, yet I never show my feet.
When
Okay.
loaded down.
So it has to be able to move, but you can't know by what method it is moving, which isn't how matter and physics work.
It just doesn't show its feet.
It's a rock.
It's a rock. Definitive.
It rolls down a hill.
I mean,
Button.
No.
I hit the rock button. And it's just a rock, and I break my hand.
It's not rock. It has
do
to
you
be like
okay?
some-
Do you need the multiple choice for this?
No, we could do
No,
this. I think
hold up.
Bonnie has an idea.
We can figure this out.
Okay.
I suggested gold, and that didn't seem to go over well, so I'm not sure currency is it either.
I carry a greater load dead than alive.
But it's also a lifeless creature.
What the fuck?
Do you need the?
And it has doors and stuff coming out of those doors. And stairs is not it.
Merchants love it. Rich
Merchants
nobles
love
love
it.
it.
I feel like it's silk.
Maybe it's like a chest or something.
Maybe a mimic. Is it the tongue that comes out?
If, while I lie, serving many men, if I were to stand, I should serve a few.
I should serve a few.
I think
Dead by
you're getting
now.
caught up on the beginning, which
Riddles are hard.
the beginning
Yeah,
to
they're
me
so
also
hard.
is a little confusing. I will not lie.
Why did you pick this?
What?
Because I like the idea of what it represented.
It makes sense.
Is the answer
Also-
capitalism?
do you answer capitalism?
No. We're spitballing here.
I can give you the multiple choice. I was able to get it with the multiple choice.
I think multiple choice might be
The
what we
DM had to
need.
get it with the multiple choice, so we dash your arm.
I mean, it definitely helps.
I think we need the multiple choice.
Alright.
I
Alright.
guess give it this. I admit it. I'm dumb. Come on.
You
Yeah.
together, you all begin to talk about what this could be, and you come up with 4 options: a sword, a wagon, war, or a ship,
The cow.
or a cow.
So, a sword, a wagon,
War.
war, or a ship.
I think a ship could be it. Because it bears a lot of stuff. If it's like a cargo ship, and you empty out its cargo, that could feed people. And you load it up and you send it down the river. And this is
And it
a
doesn't show
a
its
city
feet. A wagon?
surrounded by a river, so
Hang on. A wagon is a trick question because a wagon also has wheels.
yeah,
which
I
we've
said wagon
established count
earlier,
as feet.
and yeah, so it's not a wagon. I think it's a ship.
While I lie, serving many men. That makes sense. If I were to stand, I should serve
Like stand on solid ground kind of thing.
Sorry, one of the options is sword.
a few. Yeah.
Yo.
It's not sword.
It's
I think
definitely not
it's
sword.
ship.
A lifeless creature which bites nothing. That's not sword.
No, that makes sense. If my intros are torn out to lie open out of doors, yeah, that makes sense. Because when you unload a ship, you open up the
Yeah. Okay, it has to be ship. We'll say ship.
yeah.
Press the button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say ship. One of the heads turns towards you. This city is built on commerce. We survive because we are so far away from the mainland, secluded by ourselves. Without our bridges, a ship is all that could get to us. Continue forth. The head
Where the
turns
fuck are
back.
you finding these?
Huh?
Where are you finding these?
Do you
Yeah,
want? Do you actually want to know?
I want to know, because there's no
Yeah.
way this is for 13-year-olds.
There's no way this is
These are medieval
13-year-old.
riddles. These were written by the medieval.
riddles?
Yeah, these were written
Okay.
in the medieval ages.
No,
You
I know
are
it.
giving us riddles outside of cultural context?
Yes.
You know what? That's fine. I'll take this.
Oh.
I don't feel bad anymore. Okay.
Honestly,
I
like,
don't
You shouldn't feel
bad
bad, like-
either. How could I possibly understand medieval people?
none of the answers are cell phone. All right.
They won't be. No.
None of them are cell phone.
I like finding weird riddles. I don't know.
No,
No,
I
it's really
appreciate
cool.
them.
It's absolutely really cool.
I'm good. I'm
Um,
glad.
It's just the fact that it's like, yo, there's like, am I dumb?
Yeah, and it's like, no,
No,
this
you're
is just
not
a
dumb.
riddle from hundreds of years ago that we have zero cultural context about what it could be.
Oh man.
Because
that's
riddles often know on you, like, understanding what it is in your own world.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm cool. Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's get
You
this
have
next
8 more
medieval
of
riddle.
So
Oh, I
you
love
continue
that.
forward, walking all the way. You hear the thundering of hooves as you're halfway between yourselves and the next riddle. You turn and watch as these horse riders suddenly reach the two merchants, and as they do, you watch as they pass by without incident and are gaining on you. What do you all do?
We have to keep walking.
Gotta keep walking.
So you continue walking.
I will.
You saw what happened to the horses.
These horses are gaining on you.
How like how close?
Right now, they just passed the statue, and you're halfway. So they are maybe, I'm gonna put it like 900 feet.
Okay. I'm going to kind of walk backwards. just
Okay.
to keep an eye on them.
Yeah. So you turn around and begin walking backwards. You all continue to walk. These heavy horse riders gaining further and further on all of you. You can see they begin lowering their pikes, their lances, I should say, as they begin to charge you down. Still, 24 strong. They are a force to be reckoned with for sure. You begin to hear cries coming from some of the lead ones, yelling out, "You will never make it! We're going to get you!" Stuff like that.
All right,
Egil.
cartoon villain.
Basically.
Yeah, like, why are you?
And I wouldn't
Some
have
of them are
raised
just-
it too if it wasn't for you. Kids.
Yeah. Some of them are just cackling. They're just thriving on
Okay.
this
And-
chase that they're doing.
Good shit.
And we're
Egil,
the
as you're
ones.
watching, you watch as they get within 100 feet of you. And suddenly, the lead horse suddenly almost begins to trip. And you watch as it nosedives forward. And then continues falling through the bridge as every one of the horses just goes tumbling off an invisible edge of the bridge that you had simply just walked across. As the bridge still looks like it's there, but it seemingly is not. 24 men and 24 horses go tumbling into the water. To freeze, to drown, to die.
Damn, just like Humpty Dumpty.
God, I really just the impulse to go nana boo boo.
We have to show humility.
24
Though.
men and 24
They weren't
horses.
showing
They didn't have a
humility, which is
single
why they
woman.
lost. They started bragging.
Additionally, as this happens, you hear bubbling and look off to the side of the bridge and watch rising from the lake bed, a full galleon arises and seems to have crew aboard who come from below deck. You watch as they begin grabbing nets and rowboats and gear, as seemingly they are preparing themselves to grab any equipment taken or grabbed from these dead and drowning knights.
We're just dredging the lake.
Pretty much. You also, they were just at the bottom of the lake before this too, so they were just hiding down there. There was just a ship, strangely.
Just waiting. Just
Mhm.
on shift.
Yeah, basically.
Shift change.
This place has a this place has a killer navy.
Oh, absolutely.
Literally.
This is, of all the places you've seen, this is by far the largest city.
Well, this place is bougie.
Very
Hopefully
much
we
so.
can destroy it in 4 days.
Yeah, we have to make it. We have to last more than 4 days.
As Bonnie said, let us please find like at least 2 exits before we destroy the place.
Honestly,
So,
we need to make an escape plan.
with
Yeah.
no more threats of being chased down by horses, the walk across the bridge and the answering of the remaining riddles goes easily. Would you all like one more riddle?
Yeah, why not?
Sure, one more riddle for the road.
The answer is gonna be a cow this time.
Not cow.
You know how medieval people love their cows.
That's
Order.
something that has stayed the same through the ages. Don't need any cultural context for
Turtle
cows.
is I moo and I make milk. What am I?
The next one you can see looks to be someone with a heavy plow currently standing beside them.
Oh, I swear to God.
He turns
Kill
towards
it right
you
now.
and says, "Our great city is saved by many things. This one is our most treasured commodity."
Milk.
Wheat. Food
Where
in general.
Do cows
Yeah.
go for entertainment?
Go for entertainment.
To watch the cows in the field. Do you know how much drama cow friends have?
God damn it. What is it? Can you put that in the chat?
We're all being too silly here.
No,
Sorry.
it's I'm not gonna. It's not the one. There's a cow one that I just looked up.
Oh.
Amazing.
Huzzah.
It's like it's never Lupus and House MD. It's never cow and medieval riddles.
Yeah, no, it's never cow.
That's the great medieval joke in their riddles is everyone always thinks that they're gonna mention cows because medieval people love cows, and the answer is
Mhm.
never cows, and that's how they always get them.
Yeah.
Someone actually went
Or-
through and they found every medieval riddle that involved cows and they burned them. So they
Oh
had to
yeah,
find them.
yeah.
They were erased Library of Alexandria style.
Yeah, that's why
Or
nowadays
riddle
we just don't have good
Really
ones.
has an extra answer that's a cow. That's correct.
Oh yeah, cow is correct for anything.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
cows definitely don't have
It's
legs.
the
Great
It's the
medieval
real life
riddle
cheat
tournaments.
What happened to the lost
Sure.
cattle?
I had a teacher at my high school. It was just a
Failed
math
out on
teacher,
formula.
and like every so often, if you put Jesus as the answer as an answer on her test, she'd give you points. Like, you know, that's not how you solve this quadratic formula, but good enough.
At least you are aware of God.
Jesus died for my math grade. Okay.
Honestly,
real?
that's unfortunate for him because I failed math 2.5 times. He did not.
Rip.
He did that in vain. Honestly, I got a pity pass from that teacher.
I also only passed my math class because the teacher let me.
I was a
took
senior
math
taking a
years
class
in
with
a row.
freshmen, and she was like, "You have to pass this to
Damn.
graduate." Like, I know I have to pass this.
Fair,
I
yeah.
failed math 2 years in a row, but one of them my entire class got failed because I staged a revolution against the teacher. So
Incredible.
Oh, fun.
she was awful.
See, I never know if you're talking about when you were homeschooled or not.
I'm not.
How did
Crazy
you and your
business.
siblings
revolting
against your mother?
No,
Or
it was
is
a
this
math
when
class
you went
of
to public school?
7 people. I never went to public school, thank you.
Oh, well, lucky you. I mean, neither did
This
I.
was-
but-
This was a homeschool co-op, and there were 7 other people in the class, and the teacher was unreasonable, so I staged a revolution against her, and she failed her entire class full of students.
I think you were in a cult.
That would try.
It's possible.
Okay. Final riddle. It's not a farmer. This one is seemingly a noble, different from the merchant. They are currently sitting at a desk, staring across at another noble. You can see there's a small inkwell, and it seems like the scene is set at night, as you can see a small little, well, what are those old-timey, like, it's like a candle holder from, what's that movie?
An
Oh,
oil lamp?
I know.
Yeah, something like that. It's like the handheld one where you
Like
can
a
like,
little boat.
yeah, that. But it is empty. He turns towards you. I was worried there for a second. Their chase was dangerous. But you're almost there. You've almost made it to our city. So, what is the sister of the sun, though made for the night? The fire causes her tears to fall, and when she is near to dying, they cut off her head.
Fire.
What did the chat leave?
Mm-hmm.
What is the sister of the sun? Though made for the night.
Yeah.
That seems like the obvious part. The fire causes her tears to fall. And when
Oh.
she's
It's not fire, it's a candle.
You see, he looks at you, lifts his little candle boat, and it alights. The
Well,
statue,
Eugene,
both statues do that at the
Being
same
evil
time.
people, we both love candles equally.
Hell yeah. May this city be your light in the darkness, in this unforgiving world at the moment. Welcome. You continue your walk and make it to the great gates. 2 towers stand before you, and doors part. There you can see hustle and bustle, merchants, traders, simple folk. You can see kids are playing in newly melted mud. There is a variety of sounds and smells, small food stalls, full-on clothing shops, as you enter the largest city you've ever been in. It dwarfs Redridge. Dwarfs any place any of you have probably been. It is massive, well protected, and ancient. And currently, standing before you, waiting for you patiently, are 2 individuals. One is a knight of sorts, tall and imposing, maybe about 6'5". They're wearing a full helmet set where you can barely even see the eyes. Gauntleted up in the full plate mail. They currently carry what looks to be a hand axe or an axe of some sort. And standing next to them is an individual that you recognize, currently showing their full kind of nature. You can see the purplish hues of the inside of their bodies. As you can see, part of them is still void-touched and exists as a disembodied. As you can see, Kolte Zoltech and what you assume to be, judging by the size and shape, Hotet. Ah, welcome. I was wondering when you would all make it across.
The answer is now.
I heard that there were some riders that were trying to chase you down.
Yeah.
As long as you walked, you were fine. The bridge would have protected you. I'm glad to see you all here. And with new friends, it seems.
Oh, yeah. This is Caro, and that's Sasha.
Well, Kyle, he,
And I'm Michelle.
Yes, and
I'm
Ajal.
here too.
Sorry.
um,
I was on an
Colte
accident, but that was
goes
I
and
can't remember
handshakes Karo, greeting him. Sasha introduces himself, gives a full title and name, introducing himself as Sacha of Dracovia on the continent of Sothran, and originally hails from Falkovnia. And then Ajal, you shake his hand as well. To describe him, he is... Let me get this real fast. He is a human man dressed in fine wizard robes. He is disembodied, which means part of him is in the ethereal plane. He was born like this as a part of the magical storms that rage across the way in the Empire of Glass. And this is his token. If you were on the right map. I can't remember if we are. Nope, we're not. Cool. Nope. Cool. This is his token. There you go.
Wow.
And Hotet is his malformed, mutated bodyguard. He supposedly had another one, but it was murdered. And that's what it normally looks like out of armor. It is a chapped brute, covered in chapped skin and mutated.
Good for him.
Give him some chapstick.
He's gonna need to eat a lot of it.
Put some Aquaphor on him, slather him up.
No wonder he's so chapped. He's eating it, not putting it on.
Oh, I thought you are what you eat, though.
No, not like that. Sometimes your skin needs to eat.
Mm.
But
I think his
chaps
skin
are made
could
out of leather, which is a cow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ban you.
Bye, Ajal. It was nice knowing you.
This is the last time.
Joel's only ever gonna turn into cows now.
There is a hungered cow.
God.
I mean, Ajal is a furbolg. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
putting the pieces together. Yeah, so Karo greets you all, introduces himself to all of you. Not Karo. Colte. There's so many K names. I can't wait for Karo and Colte and Karo to be in the same room together. That's going to be a great time. Woo!
Yay. We'll just knock
What's
Karo
another?
out.
Do I have another
Right.
K name? Fill it with kobolds as well.
Kimberly.
Kimberly. All the kobolds. Wild. But yeah, so he introduces himself to you and welcomes you to the city of Broken Bridge. Right now we are at the Blood Bridge. This is this ward. On the other side of the city, there is the Westerbridge ward, the Rift, which is where the castle is, where the school is, and then there's the agronomy ward, which is to the south. All the ships, the farms, all that good stuff. Is there any place you wish to go, or I'll be your guide here.
Yes, is there any, yes, is there was anywhere we wish to go?
Hmm.
Or do you wish to talk to my partner first?
I mean, is there anything that we think we need here right now?
Urgently? No.
Well, I feel as if now we should be able just to go meet with your partner.
Okay. I am, you hear Sacha begin. I'm going to go and find a place to rest. I don't want to intrude on whatever business you all have going on. I'm going to meet some of my contacts, and I'll find you. Thanks for saving me back there. Sacha will then disappear. He will take his poorly disguised coffin and dip. Actually, no, he doesn't even have a coffin anymore. He just has dirt. Karo will start walking with all of you. During the walk, Colte will tell you all that he got you rooms at an inn very close to the Requiem Institute, which Karo will gladly go and settle down in for the evening, and take some of your stuff that you don't want to keep carrying on you to this meeting. Very close to it, it's called the Tale of Two Towers.
Did they get hit?
Maybe. Once you're done with them,
There you
yeah.
go. I didn't know we had Fantasy 9/11.
Fantasy 9/11. It's the best 9/11. No. He'll take your stuff and leave you to your friend Colte. Walking with Colte and Hotet, you make your way through the winding city streets. Once you start getting towards the rift, you begin noting a kind of change in the topography. It seems this northern section of the island is filled with cliffs and kind of caverns and caves and all sorts of varied topography. You also begin passing by the castle of King Arcos Rook, who is the king of Broken Bridge. Colte, these names, starts describing to you and telling you the history of Broken Bridge itself. It was founded after one of the ancient sky cities from the fleet that hovered above the Empire of Dawn when it crashed into this area. The large river soon broke off and filled this massive chasm, crater, with vast amounts of water, creating a newly formed lake. The remnants of the actual city itself exists upon presumably the base of the mountain itself, as it had crashed. However, apparently nothing survived this devastating crash. All the buildings, all the structures, all the knowledge was lost. Seemingly so. The dual bridges of Broken Bridge are some of the wonders of the world, however, and their defensive magics are renowned at keeping this city safe. Broken Bridge has never, not once, been taken by hostile means. It has lost the Emperor position a few times in its history, but more due to civil unrest within the city itself rather than invading armies. It is the second in the long line of emperors to have a majority emperorship. While Cardinal contained the most amount of emperors of any living city, Broken Bridge is number 2 at 5. Leaving a few other smaller settlements to battle it out for the remaining 4 positions of emperor throughout history. He talks to you about how Arcos Rook is currently dealing with a lot of hot water due to this war and the conflict with Crimson at the moment. Even though just 100 years prior, Crimson and Broken Bridge allied to take down Cardinal. This betrayal is currently being felt by many of the citizens of the city, and there are high tensions throughout. Eventually, you all reach the Requiem Institute. Located on a higher cliffside overlooking the distant castle, you see a open campus of sorts. In the center is a large, seemingly some sort of magical tower. Currently, a bright blue light is shining above and around the edges of the tower, almost like this strange lighthouse of magic. Watch as you begin to approach, the light pulses and suddenly changes to red, and you see that individuals perk up, notice it, and begin hurrying ever faster. You are brought to seemingly the main study halls of the Requiem Institute and enter into a vast network of buildings on the south side of the campus. There you see students, young wizards, and other individuals just wishing to learn are currently preparing themselves for different classes. You can see some are studying on benches or at small tables in little nooks. And there are vast amounts of individuals here. One thing you notice upon entering is there is 2 individuals, an individual and a creature currently speaking to each other. You can see there is a small little nook near a fireplace with 2 chairs that face each other. Sitting in one of the nooks is a middle-aged man. You can see he seemingly has had some sort of adventures in the past, as he is scarred slightly. Seems he has received some wounds and has received the magical cures to some of those wounds. White hair, currently wearing these bright white wizard robes, and he's currently talking to a small blue jay that is currently sitting on the table in front of him. do any of you wish to listen in?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear a you see this individual is speaking. I know you don't want to get involved in the politics here, and you have enough going on at home, but Seer, please, anything you can spare. Any other allies you can send to us, something. The king's breathing down my neck, and I just need a little bit of help. I helped you once back in the day. I hope we're friends. If you can help me. I know you don't like them as much as I do. The small blue jay opens its mouth, and you hear kind of a younger female's voice echo out of the bird, saying that they wish they could do more, that they'll get in contact with some friends that they have and see if maybe they can do something. I don't know. Conjuration wizards. I don't know.
Who knows what I've been doing? Who knows what Seer's been doing in her fucking
Level
what is
20.
it, Kraken Tower?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You also hear the blue jay says, if you always need, call my name and I can send you I can conjure you a creature, depending on what you need in the moment. But I can only do so much. I still have my own town to raise and people to feed and conflicts to resolve. Okay. Well, thank you for meeting with me, even if you couldn't come in person. I greatly appreciate it. He nods his head towards the small blue jay. You see the blue jay nods and suddenly just turns into this kind of bluish mist and just vanishes into the arcane.
My boy.
He stands, sighs his head, and begins to walk out of the room. Colte, welcome. Oh, these are your companions you were talking about. Yes. Everyone, I would like you to meet Olin Dunnett. He is, he was one of my teachers. Oh, yeah, I'm glad to have taught you, and, that was a fun class. I really appreciated you, both of you, honestly, for being student teachers. It really helped me. Anytime. I was just going to take them. We are having a meeting of our own. All good. I didn't mean to intrude. I just wanted to say hello and say hi to you all. I heard about your little adventure, and you trying to get newcomers into the city during these kind of trying times. So, welcome.
Well, it all ended up alright. Thanks for your welcome.
Anytime. Enjoy our city. He smiles and walks away, and as he turns, you can see his smile quickly fades as he goes back into the thought of not receiving much help from a friend.
Feel bad. I don't remember this guy.
This is the guy who helped you out in the Tower of Midas. He was the one that hired you. He's
that guy!
Yeah, book guy from the Tower of Midas.
I was wondering who Seer would be willing to help.
And we heard him say seer, right?
Yeah.
Would we know who that is?
No, probably not.
Now we
Probably
would.
not. No. Okay.
You get the sense it's a wizard name. It sounds like it.
There was definitely they were talking through a bird for sure.
That's all it was. It was just a bird.
Yeah. You just hear this.
Here's the bird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Olin Dunnett. He was the first one I mentioned the Requiem instituted. So.
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
definitely remember who that is.
Yeah, he's the lore master. He can cast fireball and make it ice ball.
Mhm.
Nice, nice.
Right, of course.
Yeah, he helped you fight a mummy. Or the destroyed version of Midas, because he got cursed by the book.
Good for him. And for us, really.
Hell yeah! Thank you for making fun of his name. He was one of my characters.
Wonderful.
Hmm. I think I named him
Dunnett.
after Dunnett. Yep. I think I
Dunnett.
named him after. I think he was. He was named after Father Time, so he was supposed to be the son of Father Time.
Damn.
Yeah, I made him a chronomancy wizard for some one shot I did. Yeah. But yeah, you all continue following Colte. He leads you up the steps and takes you to what looks to be the offices of some of the staff here. He takes you past a room that actually says his own name and takes you to an unnamed office. My partner is in here. It will be good to talk. He opens the door and walks in. You all step into the chamber. There you can see a well-furnished small office. There is a window on the right side of the chamber. There is a small fireplace next to it with some comfortable-looking seats. A fairly sizable desk is currently littered with papers and notes and all sorts of small magical trinkets. Bookshelves line the left side, back of the room and along the wall, and there's a small door off to that side as well that seems to open into some other room. Currently sitting on the desk is a tall human man wearing looks to be fine greenish wizard robes, and he smiles at you. Come on in. Welcome. I don't have a pick for him right now yet. No.
We'll have to use our imagination.
Imagine.
Honestly.
Imagine
He has like
you
dirty
will.
blonde hair. Very well, very clean, kind of well built. And kind of middle in years. Welcome. It's good to finally meet all of you. Colte has been telling me so much. You all settle into the chamber. Now, this conversation is going to be difficult. Colte has told me about your downcast nature. It looks towards Bonnie. But while that was a surprise to me, meeting all of you is not. I knew I would meet all of you. Would you all like to introduce yourselves properly to me?
I'm Miguel Motley.
Motley.
Correct.
Pleasure to meet you, Agil.
The same to you.
I'm Ripley.
Do you have a last name, Ripley?
No, just Ripley.
Well, pleasure is all mine.
Asenath Larathren.
Zarin fes Karak. He speaks Elvish to you,
What is
asking
this?
you if you come from the Wood Elves of the North.
I will answer in Elvish that yes, I do.
Rumestan Sarumuf Vanran Galadoshak. I'm sorry to hear about Vanran Galados. Truly a tragedy.
Guys will just nod, but she won't say anything.
You're a new fellow. What is their name?
Is he talking about me?
Yeah, he's never met you.
I am Israel.
Joe. Does Atlas and Bonnie introduce themselves as well?
Yep. Atlas was just yep. I am Atlas Blackwell.
Atlas Blackwell and Bonnie Smith. Just the two that I need to talk to.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you and hear your full names for some of you. Now, I'm not really here. I want you to know that. Just so you don't get any fancy ideas. And don't take your anger out on Colte. I know we had a bad first interaction, but I wanted you all to know that I am not your enemy. I know I left in a hurry, but I needed to escape the Paladins. And I may have chosen myself more than you. I am a bit selfish in that regard. I am sorry. The vision changes, and suddenly you see their fine wizard robes become finer, almost noble-like. They change from green to dark blacks and golds, and suddenly their hair changes color from a dirty blonde to bright porcelain white. As you see a familiar figure, the figure of Karo, appears. When Colte was telling me, sending messages that he had met some fellows helping him in Cardinal, I couldn't believe it was all of you. But you helped him with our research, and I greatly appreciate it. First things first, as I'm seeing the anger building up in our friend Blackwell, she's fine. She was always fine. And now, through our shared experience, from what Colte has told me, went down in the depths of Cardinal, I have a question for you. Atlas?
What is your question?
Do you know your parentage? At first I thought it was hers that was suspect. That's why I kept her.
No, I don't really know much.
Well, that is peculiar then. Colte, bring it. You see Colte goes to the desk, goes into one of the drawers, and pulls out a very familiar object. You see he pulls out a heart anchor. Atlas, can you please hold this for me?
Yeah, Atlas probably hesitate for a moment, then slowly walks over and grabs it.
Yeah, you place your hands on it, and there's a slight warmth, and then a small flash of light, golden, radiant. Oh, it's so small. How didn't I see it before? I should have known. I am sorry, truly, for everything that happened between us. It should not have gone down that way. But she gave off the sign first, and in my blind pursuit, I thought it was her. But it appears, judging from this, you are downcast. And so is your child.
Did you say child?
He said child. You see, it went off when you brought her to me. And I thought it was her blood. But it was the blood of the child that was stewing. And I should have known better. But now there's another. And Bonnie, you are firstborn. You, from what Colte told me, have more blood of the angels in you than any of us. We have much to discuss, the three of us. And I hope that you will not react poorly. Do we have a deal?
I'll try and play nice.
Good. Because what I'm about to say, you and Bonnie will be a great help to me. More than you know. that's where I'm going to end tonight's session. And last thing you hear, Atlas, is Bonnie sending a message to you in your mind. Prepare yourself. Something is wrong here. As you meet Caro, who has been the partner to Colte this entire time.
I feel bamboozled.
He's been here the whole time.
Oh, that traitor.
I'm surprised none of you got it. I made Colte do some very specific and suspicious things.
We were so desperate for an ally.
Oh, I know. Yeah. You weren't supposed to be an ally, but you were. Yeah. He never said who his partner was. He's just like, hey, my partner. Oh, I'm researching.
He acted like he hated Caro too.
Oh, he was fucking lying.
I know, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he think this would be a good idea?
Well, in the end, he's apologizing to you. He's saying sorry.
I don't think that means anything. Bring someone to sacrifice and then we'll talk.
Honestly.
Like a Bonnie knew more than you did? Nice. Yeah.
Something tells me we're not going to be in the city for 4 days.
I mean,
Oh,
he's not coming. Like, when you first met him, he talked to you. Like,
Yeah, and then he set us up.
well, he killed one of the paladins and then just left. He's a bit selfish. Granted, he admitted it. But he didn't he didn't know that two of you were downcast. Also, you were very threatening to him. Atlas, I think, was, if I remember correctly, because the VOD is lost, was very hostile in that first session to him.
Probably.
He was like,
to be fair, the guy has his wife.
yeah, and he's like, listen, she's fine. I have her. Like, don't worry. She's A-okay.
Very reassuring about it.
Your kidnapped wife is fine. Trust me.
Well, she was
Yeah.
dead.
Source,
But-
trust me, bro.
But he's telling you that she's alive still. She's okay. He's dropping some knowledge on you, apparently, too.
Yeah, honestly.
Damn, Atlas. Who knew? You're a chosen one.
Yep, apparently.
The holy blood flows through your veins.
Yeah. And that was, yeah. Did you know you were downcast yet, Atlas?
Nope.
Did you have a thought that you might be?
I assume something divine related because of the
Mhm.
subclass I chose, but I didn't know exactly what that would be.
There were some signs in Cardinal. The way that the Heart Anchor was affected you differently than others.
Oh, okay.
Crazy lore.
Mm-hmm. And then, honestly, I was waiting for, like, I really wanted you to pick up the Heart Anchor in Cardinal. But you didn't. And it was Bonnie, and Bonnie's reaction is so much stronger than yours, and yours is so subtle,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah. Welcome to Broken Bridge. Been waiting to reintroduce Caro for a very long time.
This motherfucker.
He did nothing wrong.
Ah. I just
Actually
you love
untrue.
to hate him, you know?
Fair.
He's managed to elicit an emotional reaction.
Yeah, he did. He's definitely on the back foot, but that's also the reason he's not physically in the room.
Yeah, he's like, these people will kill me.
Yo.
Yeah, he knows me too well.
Oh, absolutely. Why do you think he was like, yeah, you take a week to get to Broken Bridge. Like, take your time. Don't immediately get there, because he had to figure out what to fucking do about this whole scenario. He's like, they're
He was like,
what?
"Hey,
They're downcast?
Kara."
You're telling me that Bonnie was a downcast the entire time? Crazy.
All 6 years.
If anyone was curious about Ripley's magic item, I did get artwork of it, and I put that in character art.
Oh yeah.
I was so excited about it. It's the first magic item I've ever made.
I love it. I love people making their own magic items. It's cool.
And it'll never not be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. We love a tiefling with horns
And
Yeah.
spider webs.
and spider webs
And spider webs.
with gems.
Yeah,
in
it's
them.
got the stained glass from the Temple of the Dawnfather. It's
Mhm.
got antler chunks from the Kadir. It's got obsidian flakes. Got lots of stuff. Now it has a bloody feather too.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
It's not a bloody feather. It's just a red feather.
Well, you know,
Maybe it's
emotionally,
bloody now.
emotionally, it's bloody.
Emotionally bloody.
Metaphorically speaking, it's bloody.
Mm-hmm. I too
When the
am
sunrise and
emotionally
sunset
bloody.
hits it just right, it looks bloody, and that's poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the token I chose for Karo is, he looks like such a shit.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you what I chose as the last thing.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Oh my god, he
I
looks
hate
so pretentious.
Oh, he has like a punch bowl face.
He
So
really
punchable.
does.
Can we all punch him?
Oh.
I'll
Uh,
deal,
He just
negative
exudes
damage.
the aura of, you want to punch me so bad.
Yup.
What does -1 bludgeoning damage look like?
You heal him.
Do I
Or-
take the damage?
Or actually, you try to punch him and then you
Breaking
accidentally
my
just like
fist.
fucking kiss him or something.
Yeah.
You like punch him and it undoes a knot in his muscles that he's been working at for days.
Oh, it's a massage. Hell yeah. That's even better.
Alright, then I'll Eldritch Blast him.
Yeah, I was trying to find like a good non-AI token, and he needed to be blonde. So
Fair enough. Goodness, why are blonde people always so?
Like that?
Eh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like-
Why are blonde people so?
listen,
like
I feel
that?
like every blonde person you've ever seen, you've hated them. Like
That's
Ty
not
as
true.
well. You hated
Sure.
Ty. You hated him so much.
I did hate Ty. I hated Ty. He was so suspicious to me.
Look at him. You
For
tell-
really no reason.
He's a blonde man. You were like, I hate this man.
Have we?
It wasn't
do we,
about
do we
how
have
he looked.
any
It
blonde
was how
allies?
he acted.
Listen, I don't think you've had a blonde ally. I can't remember.
I don't think we've had a blonde ally. Unless, was Alana blonde?
Alana was not. I don't believe.
Okay.
She was supposed to be dark-haired, if I remember correctly.
You know, there was that change
Queen
question
was-
mark we knew. It could be blonde. Madame Duluth.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the Madame
the-
Deleu.
Look
The
at me.
halfling.
I like how-
almost
I
remembering
like-
someone's name.
Actually, you know who was blonde? Like
Who's
a
this
platinum,
fucking
like a
guy?
platinum white hair.
I
think that was the token for Arthur.
Arthur.
No. That's
Wha-
Oh no. This is
Quinn?
Quinn. I believe that's Quinn's token.
Oh, Arthur's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Arthur's boyfriend.
Amazing.
Okay, yeah. So you have had a blonde ally. I didn't hate Quinn. I just hated Ty. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ty was suspicious. He was all like, he was like just weirdly cool with everything that was happening in his dorm room. And that wasn't right. That was like, that's not a reaction you would have unless you were suspicious.
Absolutely. Where is Alana's
You're
token?
only that chill if you're cooking meth and don't want your roommate to question you too much about it.
Exactly, yeah. He's guilty of something.
Yeah.
He's working against us somehow, some way.
Oh, she was blonde too.
Okay, so we've had
She
more
was the one
blonde
who helped you get your
allies
house.
than enemies.
Okay, so she got us in
Maybe.
like a multiple 100,000 gold mortgage. Does that make her our ally or our enemy?
Well, you saved her from being vampired.
Okay, we saved her and then we paid money for a house
Yes.
to be livable.
Where is Alana Zahin's fucking token? I could have sworn I had it. Oh well. It's somewhere. Alana was definitely dark haired though.
Yes, you would know much better than I would.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Good
I hope you
session.
enjoyed the
Yes.
session. Very kind of calm, lots of travel, lots of puzzles.
I feel like an idiot after those puzzles.
There
I
was
just
a
wanna
couple more
know-
too.
I just want to know why medieval riddles are so long.
I don't know. I did pick some of the longer ones for sure. There's another. There was a couple more. Here, I'll. What speaks in all languages in its writing, and his mouth spits the poison of life or death. It is silent when it rests. It is deaf like a boy, or one of the poor.
Huh?
Fucked up cow.
Is this deaf meaning like?
What speaks in all languages in his writing, and his mouth spits the poison of
Writing.
life or death. It is silent when it rests, and is deaf like a boy or one of the poor.
A pen.
The only reason I didn't
It's a
choose this
quill, a
one,
pen.
yeah, it is a pen. The only reason I didn't choose it was because it was like, is deaf like a boy. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, or one.
Or
of
the poor, or yeah, it's like the poor, yeah. Woo, love the poor.
It's like, why are they deaf?
Poor people don't
Um,
get to have.
No,
What?
they don't get
No, hold up. What is it that's blind with an eye in its head, but the race of mankind use its. But the race of mankind, its use cannot spare, spends all its life in clothing the dead, but always itself is naked and bare.
It's a needle.
Yeah. Are you on the website?
No. But I knew it from the first sentence you said. Eye in the head, that's a needle.
Ah. It's soft as wool, soft as a bog. When I swell up like I'm like a frog, I grow in water where I plunge.
It's one of those capsules you get when you're a kid that you put it in water and it turns into a squishy dinosaur.
What are they, what did you say? What are they made of?
It's a sponge.
Yeah, it's a sponge.
But a sponge dinosaur.
God, you know, I don't often imagine medieval people having sponges.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just had like literal.
That's how you
sponges
cleaned
from the
yourself.
ocean, I
Like
assume.
from the ocean.
An eater lacking mouth and even maw, yet trees and beasts to it are daily bread. Well fed, it
nice.
thrives and shows a lively life, but give it water and you do it dead.
It's an axe.
No.
It's not an axe. Well, an axe could also answer that, I think.
I'm just going through the rest of them now. There's literally like one more, I think. Vessel, humility, ship. What was the other one I gave you?
Lack of mouth.
Oh, the candle
Um,
one. Okay, there's two more.
Not fire, it's a candle.
It is fire.
As
Yep.
much as I love riddles for kids. I
Oh,
just
this is
go-
fire.
Yep, that one's fire.
No,
Have a good
sorry,
night.
Doc. I thought you were talking about the other one. My
And,
bad.
the final-
There were two questions being asked at once.
Yeah. There's two
Good
more.
night.
Oh. Tell me what
Okay.
is that fills the sky and the whole earth and tears up new shoots and shakes all foundations, but cannot be seen by eyes or touched by hands.
Is it God?
I mean, could be. When did he make? When did he make this? Um. Oh. Oh, Genesis 1? Oh my goodness.
Is this like
The second day of creation after the flood.
is this like gravity?
Gravity. No.
I don't know. Air?
You're really close. Like,
My asthma. The plague.
what moves air?
Wind.
There you go.
Tornadoes.
It's wind.
Damn.
100%
Wind is
wind.
not inside of the earth, medieval people.
What's in the atmosphere?
I'm sorry. Yeah, it fills the sky, but it is not filling the whole earth.
Fair. And the last one. I have one and you have one. So do the woods, fields, streams, and seas. Fish, beasts, and crops. And everything else in this revolving world.
A life?
Nope.
A soul?
Nope.
No.
A
What is it?
name?
Nope.
Can I get the written version?
I don't think it's going to help you. This is the one that I struggled on trying to answer.
I think so. But...
Say it again.
I have one and you have one. So do the woods, the fields, the crops, streams, and seas. Fish, beasts, and everything else in this revolving world. No. It's weird. It gives no mention to light at all, but it should have some mention to light in it. No.
The sun.
No. What does the sun create in all things?
Life. A soul.
Yeah,
Chlorophyll.
no. Your options are
Vitamin D.
hunger, sleep, soul, or shadow.
Well, I've already said soul, and that's been not it.
Yup.
I guess maybe shadow.
It's fucking shadow. That one I don't know.
Shadow.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
There's a reason I didn't use that one.
That's a little.
Shadow.
You know,
Shadow.
medieval
I don't
people
know.
have a very different understanding of the world than I do.
Yeah, but here, take that if you want to go through it and look at it. It looked interesting.
No, it's definitely super interesting. It's just really funny.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
it's-
always try to find good riddles, and I liked a couple of them, for sure. I think the ship one I probably should have gotten rid of,
Yeah.
but I wanted an excuse. I had the idea of the bridge just disappearing, and I wanted a riddle that would kind of relate to someone falling off a bridge. That was the
It
whole
makes sense
reason.
that the bridge would disappear so ships could go through.
Yeah.
They
And I
should've
wanted to-
walked.
I wanted a riddle about it, and I got it.
Yeah.
It was just a really weirdly written riddle, I think.
We figured it out with multiple choice.
What
Yeah.
would have happened if we landed on the bridge?
If you would have ran on the bridge, it would have activated. It just wouldn't have been able to tell you the puzzles, and so you would have just suffered whatever the puzzles would have done. So it would have been like a dex save for the fireball at the start of the bridge, con save to not have water placed in your lungs to drown, and then the last one would have just been you falling into freezing cold hypothermia water and probably dying. Because most of you are also in armor.
Multiple times, and I'm still alive.
Were you in
I
the...
would have been the only one alive.
Honestly, yeah.
Because I can't technically drown. Not easily, at least.
Yeah, you still would have taken cold damage. Because... And also, you would have just been stuck in the water for a while. Because other than the one ship that arrives to grab gear and bodies from the water, there's no way for you to grab a hold of anything because you're in the middle of the lake at that point. And the bridge is still empty. You cannot grab the bridge at all. So there's nothing to hoist yourself up on, and you're just... Yeah, it would just be a very bad scenario.
Just bring your inner tube, it'll be fine. It's like a lazy river.
The water itself is not magic, no. It is just the bridge that is magical. But it is, you know, you were not halfway across, but you were good, what, 6,000 feet at that moment away from, oh, you were further than 6,000 feet. You were probably close to 7,000 feet away from the edge of the lake. So 7,000 divided by 2. Well, no, divided by 15, which would be your movement speed. It would have probably taken you 466 rounds to make it to